What up, fam? Peace. Happy holy day. On eel day. Venus day. Peace, 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 and peace. Blessings, blessings. Blessings, 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 and blessings. Love, light, and love. So what's good, fam? So, my brother traveling, I always thinking about things all the time, no matter what I'm doing. So I always find ways to get my thoughts out, no matter where I'm at. So in reference to W.A. Benform, been getting a lot of questions in terms of how to fill out the W.A. Benform. I want y'all to understand something. When I came across the W.A. Benform, I didn't have anyone to tell me how to fill it out right or wrong. I filled it out. Alright? I didn't have anyone to tell me if I filled it out right or if I filled it out wrong. I filled it out. Alright, to the best of my knowledge and understanding. So with that, what I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying? As much as it's a beautiful thing for us to have questions, you know what I'm saying? Because to have questions is the only way to learn, to ask questions, right? But at the same token, be able to find that balance to where you don't, you know what I'm saying, give up too much of your own power in search of how to do something the right way or the wrong way, according to someone else's interpretation. So, you know, some people are asking me how to fill out the W.A. Benform. I filled it out according to how I think and how I process. It was right for me. You see what I'm saying? And there wasn't anyone after I filled it out, when I started utilizing it, how I filled it out, there wasn't anyone to verify to me whether I filled it out right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just gave out information. So what I'm trying to say is we need to stop thinking in the mind frame of right or wrong, or I don't want to make any mistakes. Do you understand how many mistakes I had to make to understand how this process works? So that whole, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to do this with the least amount of mistakes. If that's really what you're trying to do and make the least amount of mistakes, then you're really not going to learn anything. You're really not going to learn anything that you're going to be able to share with other people, you know what I'm saying, who you come across, who will come to that point that you're passing. You know what I'm saying? Because experience is everything. If you don't have an experience of something going according to plan, something not going according to plan, how did you deal with it? How did you adjust? What did you learn from that experience? How are you going to be able to teach people if you're afraid to make mistakes? You can't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how we learn. So there is no such thing as doing it perfect or doing it the right way or the wrong way. The right way or the wrong way is the way in which you don't understand what the hell you did. That's the only wrong way. If you do a whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of processes, and then someone asks you to stand on what you've done and you can't stand on it, then you did it the wrong way. Because you can't stand on it. You can't stand on it. You gotta be on your square. So if you can't stand on it, then that is the wrong way, because you didn't have the understanding. All right. So in reference to the W.A. Benform, and yes, I will do a video, but once again, this is according to my own understanding. So what I don't want to start happening is people just start looking for microwave answers. They're looking for yes and no answers to questions. So what do I put here? Yes or no? Do I put this there? Yes or no? And it's not about that. Because, put it like this. How many ancient names does this landmass have? You have Mulan. You have Atlan. You have Mu. You have Amexem. Alright? What other ones? Let me see. You have Amexem. You have Turtle Island. You have the Land of Frogs. You have ancient Egypt of the West. You know what I'm saying? That's like 8 different names. 8 ancient different names for this one landmass. Now, are you to say that all those different names are wrong? If one person says Turtle Island and another person says the land of frogs, are they wrong? Or are they both right in referencing America, or what we call America? So I'm just trying to give you examples of there is no right or wrong. It's interpretation. How do you interpret what's taking place? You know what I'm saying? How are you interpreting that? And that's what's going to determine, you know what I'm saying, exactly what mindsets you have. But once again, there is no right or wrong. There is no right or wrong way to fill out the WA Ben form. If you don't understand the answers you had put down when you filled it out, then yes, you did it wrong. So you can ask me any question on WA Ben form. Oh, so what treaty to put down, blah, blah, blah. What treaty to put down? What treaty are you using to claim tax treaty benefits? If you don't know that, then you're going to do it wrong. You need to study the treaties that reference the Moors. What treaty is referencing to the Moors? That should be the answer in terms of claiming tax treaty benefits. You know, the mindfuck is uncomplicating it. All right, we have all the answers. The problem is we've been so complicated. Everything's been made so complicated. All right, we don't need to complicate it. Just we need to strip it down to its bare nakedness, and we'll see how simple it is. All right, in terms of what treaty am I using to claim tax treaty benefits? The Treaty of the Moors. I'm not going to say what treaty it is because you should know what treaty I'm talking about by now. The Treaty of the Moors, the longest standing treaty in society today. So I don't know what else to tell you after that. Or, you know, if they're saying, if one of the question is permanent residence, right? Or even the first question, name of the beneficial owner. Who's the beneficial owner? Who's the beneficiary of the trust? Why did you create the trust? You know, and please don't take me coming or how I'm presenting as a way of belittling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not speaking down to anyone. I'm just trying to get you to think. I don't want to give you the answer. I want you to give yourself the answer. That's how you're going to remember it. That's how you're going to be able to pass this information down to your loved ones. I don't want you to get the answer and not know how to pass it down. You got to know how to pass it down. You got to. Okay? That's why I'm coming at you the way I'm coming at y'all. It's not out of making you feel small or anything like that. Okay? It's simply to make sure you get this information right and to make sure you know what you're talking about. All right? So if it says country of citizenship for permanent residence, thinking as Aboriginal, where's your permanent residence? Your permanent residence. Where's the place you're permanently going to be temporarily? Right? That's what a permanent residence is. The permanent place of your temporary stay. The permanent place of my temporary stay is North America. Right? Or you could just say America when it says country. Now, for me particularly, when I did that portion, right, country of citizenship, when it said for permanent residence, I'm a permanent resident of the Moorish nation. So when it said country of citizenship for permanent residence, I put Moorish nation. Because even though, hold on. Because even though my body is here temporarily, it's still in a permanent place of temporary stay. So while I am here, I am always going to be a citizen of the Moorish nation because that is my bloodline. That is how I'm thinking. All right? And what is my permanent residence to stay? Samal Magriba Meksum. All right? That's another ancient name of saying Northwest of Meksum. I could have said Turtle Island. I could have said Land of Frogs. And then put North America in parentheses. I'm trying to get you to think. I'm trying to get you to think. I could have put Atlan. I could have put Mulan. You know what I'm saying? I could have put Amaru. Shi Al-Maru. I could have put all of these different names because they're all referencing the same place. Okay? They're all referencing the same place. So, Oh my God. They're all referencing the same place. You know what I'm saying? So there is no right and wrong. So my permanent residence is Samalo Agriba Mexum. Okay? My country of citizenship is the Moorish nation. Because a country is a people. So if we have a people who share a similar culture and expression of history and their understanding, then that is a nation of people. Now, they may not operate all in the same fashion and form within their individual organizations, but they still have a general common ground. That is a nation. That is a tree with branches and leaves. Understand what I'm saying? So now, underneath that one, right? I don't know which question that is on the WA band form. Then it asks for mailing location. Okay, so put the domestic location. But you still shouldn't be using abbreviations. You should be spelling out the entire state and the county. Not the city you're in, but the county. Because the county is part of the republic. So you should be coming from so-and-so county, right? Washington state or Washington province. Look up what province is, okay? Province, all right? So you look up those things. Washington state, zip exempt. Because once you put the county, you don't need to put the zip. All right? Understanding these things, how to right way or wrong way. There is no right way or wrong way unless you don't understand what the hell you're putting down. If you understand what you're putting down, then it's right. All right? So don't overcomplicate it. 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 Let's take a deep breath. Simplify. 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 All right? Simplify. Mailing location. Your mailing location should be in care of. You know what I'm saying? In brackets. No zip. Put the county. Spell out the state and all. And when it says country of citizenship, you say North America. For the mailing location. Now you're talking about the continental United States. All right? So we're in our aboriginal state, but we're also within the continental United States of North America. All right? Which part of America are you in? Which part of America do you hold citizenship within your country? Where are you domiciling in? All right? And they claim in the tax treaty, once again, know what treaty you're talking about. Which articles of the treaty do you wish to claim? Claim all of them. Claim the whole treaty. Read the treaty. Read the treaty. So you know how to properly apply it. If you don't have the understanding, then you're going to be in a constant place of trying to look for the right and wrong answers. How many of y'all seen that movie, You Are the Last Dragon? Yeah, I'm an 80s baby, all right? 86. You Are the Last Dragon. Bruce Leroy. What was the master trying to teach him in the entire movie? Because he spent the entire movie looking for Yum Gum Yoy. I think it was, the master, the cookie machine for the Chinese restaurant. He's constantly looking outside of himself for who the master is. And the person who he's calling master is telling him to look into search into one place he hasn't searched this yet. And it is there, only there, that you will find the master. Meaning, stop looking out of yourself. There's only one place you're going to find the master. That is within self. You are the master. You are the master. Be the master. Acknowledge your mastership. Respect your mastership. And study hard to show your mastership approved. Simple. Don't overcomplicate. So if you're putting down things on documents and you don't understand what you're putting down, then you're doing it wrong. If you understand what you're putting down, then you're doing it right. Because if someone asks you to stand on it, you can have a conversation. You can converse on it. You can be on your square. You ain't gonna be, what it says was, hold on, let me grab a copy of the document in my bag. Hold on, let me read this real quick. Yeah, so what it says is here is that, period, I, ku, ama, resud, el, comma, am a sovereign citizen, am free of all laws. That's bullshit. That's bullshit, and you look silly as fuck, and no one's gonna respect that. I wouldn't respect that, so why the hell would you expect foreigners to respect that when your own kin wouldn't respect that? So, square up. It's a rodeo out here. Square up. All right? Square up. Meaning, go within yourself. You need to understand what you're doing. Only then is it right. You don't need approval from someone else on how to fill a document if you know what you are talking about on that document. That's what it's about. So what I'm saying is someone could even be like, if based on their understanding, someone could even claim another treaty based on where they're from. If you know you're from the Cherokee Nation, then claim a Cherokee treaty. There's no right or wrong, is what I'm saying. There's no right or wrong. It's based on understanding. Which perspective are you coming from? Which angle or angel of light are you reflecting from? What point of view? What standing? There's numerous treaties. We're all Moors, different variations of the same people. Whatever your understanding is, that's where you need to come from. As long as you can stand on it squarely and affirm that that is what it is. If you can't, then you've done it wrong. And that's only when you've done it wrong, when you can't square up on what you're putting down or what you're filling out. That's it. So there's no blueprint to this is what you say to that, and that's right. If you do it any other way besides that, it's wrong. It's not like that. It's based on understanding. This is why it's so confusing to people, because people are trying to find a definite yes or no answer, and there is no definite yes or no answer. So that's why you may feel a little bit overwhelmed, because you're thinking that there is a definite yes and a definite no, a definite right and a definite wrong. There is not. There is not a definite right, and there is not a definite wrong. Okay? Based on your level of understanding, it is all right, as long as you understand. When you don't understand, you are wrong until you gain understanding. That's all. So I will be doing a video on the WA bend to go in depth. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you my point of view on how I filled that out, in which way it was correct for me, because I have understanding of what I'm filling out. All right? So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? I love my family. But this is the day and age where we're not looking for permission anymore. We're not looking for someone else's acceptance. We're not looking for someone else's green light. We got the green light. All right? We are Heru. We just need to get going. And just come with understanding. Once we come with understanding, we got everything we need. That's all the keys to the game. Understanding. That's a major key, yo. Understanding. Understanding, understanding, understanding. And with that understanding, you'll know how to operate, because it'll be right for you, because you understand how you operate. If someone else can come to you and be like, hey, so why are you operating how you're operating? Oh, real simple. I'm operating how I'm operating because I'm a descendant from the Aboriginal peoples on this land, misnomered Black, African American, you know what I'm saying, Indian, or colored. So what I'm doing now is, since I've reclaimed my birthright, I know who I am. I'm going to make that thing known publicly, that this is who I am, and not what another group of people have claimed me to be. So I'm moving forward, and as indigenous peoples, we have a right to what? Indigenous institutions. We have a right to not be taxed by foreigners on our land. We have a right to self-autonomy, to form different ways and organizations to run self-autonomous functions, so we can bring in income for ourselves without the help of outsiders. But see, I can't tell you that to say it just like that. That's exactly what you got to say. No, you got to know that, and then it'll come out how it fits your personality. But you got to understand what you're doing it for. What is your why? If you go back to the Matrix, The Matrix Reloaded, when Neo met the Merovingian for the first time, the Frenchman, right? What did he say? He said, "You come to me with no why. You come to me with no why." In reference, you come to me with no power. You're just a good puppet taking orders and running around. You come to me with no why. Why? What is your why? What is your why? What is your why? When you can answer what is your why, that's when you know you're right. Alright? And that's all I wanted to break down to you today, fam. So it's your brother Cool. Be on the lookout for the next post. We'll be dealing with the WA bet. Alright? Most likely so, it'll be a signed up course. Alright? I may set it up for Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how the weekend goes tomorrow, we shall see. But I will keep the fam posted. It will be a fee, okay, for me to take my time and break down, you know what I'm saying, not only the form, but break down the understanding of the form, how the form works, why we're utilizing that, how the form works, why we're utilizing the form, okay, and how the form will help us in our endeavors to build wealth for ourselves in our future. Okay, so the charge or the fee for that course, you know what I'm saying, will be $20. Okay, $20 or 20 notes, I should say. So like I said, I'm aiming to put that up by Sunday. All right, but I'll keep you guys posted as early as Saturday morning in reference to which day and time, you know what I'm saying, that will be taking place. And I also put out a little a notice, you know what I'm saying, to let everybody know. But once again, just letting you know in advance, there will be a WA Ben workshop, okay, where we will go over the WA Ben. We'll also go over laws in reference to the WA Ben that affirm why we're using this particular form, and you know what I'm saying, the laws that back up what is being stated within that document in reference to being able to secure our finances as Aboriginal peoples. All right, so all this, by the time you're done with that workshop, man, you're gonna be clean with that WA Ben. All right, you're gonna have no confusions. All right, it'll be interactive, so we'll be able to talk, you know what I'm saying, have discourse. If you have questions on live, you know what I'm saying, we'll be able to rock with it right then and there. And it really is looking like it's gonna be Sunday, because I know a lot of people are off on Sundays, all right, or Gabrielle days. So, you know what I'm saying, with that said, just be on the lookout, fam, and thank you for your support. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be clear and as transparent as possible to the family to help uplift us. So I'm your brother Cool. If you need to hit me up, if you want to hit me up for consultation, you know what I'm saying, holla at me. Email me at Sunel University. That's SUNELUniversity@gmail.com. On top of that too, a lot of people have been getting in contact with me in reference to where do I get my diadems from, or like my pieces, you know what I'm saying, my jewel pieces. I make all of my pieces, okay? Everything I wear is something that I've made, okay? So I've made this piece right here. I've made this piece that I'm wearing now. I've also made this piece that I'm wearing too, all right? So all of my pendants, rings, okay, and pendants, they are 35 notes, okay, a piece. Now the diadems as well, if you want a diadem piece, you know what I'm saying, with a feather, you know what I'm saying, that is $40, okay? That is 40 notes for a diadem. Anything in reference to wrist piece, depending on what you want and whether it's raw or tumble, you know what I'm saying, prices may vary. But for the most part, if you wish to get in contact with me for that as well, you can also email me at SUNELUniversity@gmail.com. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you put in the bulletin exactly what is the need. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be sure to respond to you in kind. All right, so thank you once again for supporting your brother, and we just gonna keep this movement moving on. All right, so once again, it's your brother Cool. Peace. Islam. Happy holiday, Muslims.